Well, hello, my history scholars. It is once again, it is I with my final message of our school year. Um, so I know it's Tuesday morning. I should have had my assignment posted Monday morning, but I was involved in the grad patrol yesterday. We started at 9 a.m. We visited over 70 grad houses. Finished around 7:30 last night, so it was a ton of fun. It was an awesome idea. If you didn't get a visit, if you're a graduating student, expect one today, and you'll hear them coming from far away because their horns will be honking and noisemakers and just lots of fun. So for this week, this is our last kick at the can. It's been a very interesting ride, but I've learned lots personally and professionally, and I hope you guys have learned a few things about what it means to be Canadian and our Canadian history. Your final assignment this week, it's basically just a course evaluation. I want to know how things went over the last few months. When we look back, even looking in May, like we covered lots of topics. We covered the two world wars. We covered Confederation. With online learning, we looked at Indigenous genocide and a new identity, the Canadian experiment, then Canadian penitentiaries, and then Diefenbunker. And then this week, the assignment is called The Last Dance. And yes, it is inspired by the Netflix docuseries on Michael Jordan, which I did watch, and it was very good. Essentially, for most of you, this is your last dance at Montague High as you prepare for graduation. So I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the roller coaster semester that we had. And as per usual with most of my courses, I like to get some of your feedback on how the course went before we part ways forever. So essentially, there's just a few questions, basically asking you to reflect on the course that was. So, how would you rate your experience in History 621? What are some of the memorable lessons and topics that stuck out for you? What are some topics that maybe I should incorporate moving forward or omitting? Um, Next question. Part of my mission usually is teaching Canadian history is to instill some sort of patriotic sense into you and make you proud to be Canadian. And Mace, sorry, no offense there. But by learning about our country's history, has it given you guys any newfound sense of pride in what it means to be Canadian? Next up, how did online learning go? What were some of the highlights, the lowlights, the perks, the difficulties? Speaking of online learning, how would you have rated the delivery of History 621? As online learning might become the norm for school next year, do you have any suggestions of delivery and assessment methods for myself as I continue to deliver an online platform? Out of curiosity, especially you graduating students, because I definitely would have tried to have this conversation with you this semester, is what are your plans after you leave Montague High? I'm just genuinely, I'm curious about that. And then finally, do you have any final thoughts that you would like to get out before you part ways forever? So that's it. It shouldn't take you very long to complete this. Once again, it's still weighted at 10% in SAS, so they're very easy marks. And I love getting this type of feedback to see how I can keep tweaking and improving my teaching craft. Other than that, folks, the due date this week is because my marks have to be submitted Monday morning. I would like to have your responses in by Saturday night at midnight, and then that gives me a chance to put a mark on them on Sunday and submit my marks. So your time is a little more condensed this week, but it's not a very difficult task this week, but it's one of utmost importance. So I hope you guys can take a few minutes to fill this one out. Other than that, I think this is where we part ways. So this is me kind of signing off, and it's been a pleasure having you in class, whether we were physically in class and then with our online presence. We went through it together, and I appreciate all your hard work. And for you grads, I'll see you at the grad activities and the graduations, and for you grade 11s, I will see you next year for sure. So take care, folks. Stay safe. And as always, I'm just an email away, whether you're a current student or a graduate. I always would love to hear from you. So good luck this week, and we will be in touch later on. Okay? Bye-bye.